And now, netcasting live from the Hustin Family Resort, high atop Mount Shisga, it's the Justin Hustin
Where
program.
to begin? Where to begin? That's what a famous person once said. Actually, the question was different, but anyway, Estill Pinkerton is no longer with us, and I mean that in the worst sort of way. Estill, our longtime announcer here, we've had him with us for two or three shows, I think it is, that Estel's been our number one announcer, and I don't like him, but he's a good announcer, or was a good announcer. But Estel went in for the experimental corn removal earlier this week, and he had one of those deep corns, and it turns out that it had spread. I won't say where it spread from, but it spread to the elbow, and they did all they could do to help him out, but in the end, it was not enough, and Estel crossed over early this morning, and we're sad to report that. Not. It's April Fool's, you dummy, you big dumb April Fool's dummy on you. We got you. You didn't even know that one was coming. Estel is on vacation and he's not dying from a corn removal. So you're a big stupid dummy, aren't you? No, you're not. You're a good favorite listener of the program, and we like that you're here today and all. But so that was April Fool's, and the best joke of all on April Fool's is the joke of a dead coworker. Everybody loves that one. So, but what's not funny is our last show. So if you'll remember, uh, on last week's, if you haven't listened to last week's program, go ahead and check that out, and then you'll see more about what we're talking about. But there was a big kerfuffle over at Bilko Media's studios, and we were in the deprivation chambers and all, and it got out of hand, and there was a lot of stuff going on, and I ended up getting, I experienced dipping, and I was stretched, and Bilko Media ultimately pulled the plug on the show, and then down the drain we went. Me and Raymond, Miss Kelly, and all, I'm assuming, were sucked right down the drain. I haven't been able to talk to my friends Miss Kelly and Raymond yet, but I did. I guess you would call it a blackout, and woke up in the fetus position here at the announcer said that this was the family retreat or whatever. He said it's really just the three-season cabin is what it really is up here on Mount Shisga. But and Mother and Harold and I went in together on it in the 90s, and we really like it up here. But so anyway, I was sucked through a drain, and then I didn't have any sense of time or space, and that's kind of like what it is when you're sleeping, And I woke up in the fetus position on the kitchen counter. It turns out here in the cabin, and you know how that is when sometimes don't know where you are, and you wake up in a strange and unfamiliar place, and then as you come clear, you say, "Oh, I know where I am," and you feel real good about it. So that's the way I felt when I woke up on the counter. But sometimes you can out like that, and you don't know where you are. You don't feel so good about it then. But so. So I was here, and I love it up here in the three-season cabin. But it is 3 seasons, and it's a little earlier than I usually get up here. So it's just about acceptable, the lower realms of human acceptability to survive up here. But it's nice and lovely and pretty to look at. So anyway, on Monday the mail came, and I received a letter from Bill Comedia, and it was one of those cease and desist letters, and said that I couldn't come back on the property anymore, and if I did, I'd get in, they would call the police or something like that, and I didn't want to do that anyway, but get the police on you. But and then it also said that, and it's just curious, that I would, for contractual obligations, I'd have to go ahead and do the show, even though I wasn't allowed to be on the property. So we're that's how that all uh, came about, and I didn't. I didn't know what to do about that except just like stay here and watch YouTube's videos and stuff. I wanted to go to a Poso. That's what I usually do over Easter weekend, is go to a Poso. That's the Polish society, the Polish social club, and they let everybody in over there. Like me, I'm an agnostic, and they let all agnostics in, and communists. I I don't like communists, but they let them in. They let in the gays could come in, and that's good. Motorcycle people are there, and the Lutherans can come in. So it's all really good if you go there for Easter, and you can have they have the Easter bear, and well, they don't call him the Easter bear. He's a bear, and he has a basket of clams, and he hides them, and we go on a clam hunt and all like that. When the kids get up early and they paint the clams and everything like that. But you want to get out there and find your clam earlier. If it gets later in the day, they spoil. But didn't, and then they had usually every year they have the what do you call it, the Kickapoo canoe launch, and they usually have that from boat slip 8, but this year I think they were going to have it from boat slip 7, and I don't know how that turned out. But it's the Kickapoo canoe launch, and it's all the Indians, and they get the canoe in, but it's they're not really, well, I don't like to say Indians, but American people. They're not American people. They're just people that are in dressed up, like uh, American people. So, well, I missed all that and just watched YouTube videos and up here. And I looked around. The Prius isn't here, so I'm sort of trapped. And the Prius isn't here, and I've been calling for a car, but they haven't gotten up here yet. I don't know. We're high up here at the top, I guess, and the car hasn't gotten here. So I'm kind of trapped and just thinking and watching the YouTube's videos and thinking and watching and just thinking things over, really, I guess. And, trying to figure out what went wrong with the show and how to make it better and all of that kind of shoo, and then you can do various things. And if you go on YouTube, there's a bunch of good videos about how to do stuff, and get they could take, for instance, there's a man. It's on there. It says, "Well, just look around," and you said you got a box of screws and a drill, and then maybe like some scrap lumber laying around the house, and he shows you and you put it all together, and then next thing you know, you have a washing machine. And I like those videos on the YouTubes, but well, I don't want to get into all about YouTubes, but uh, the I guess the really fascinating thing that happened over the weekend was we kind of established ourselves here as like a Twitter center, or the middle of the Twitter universe, if you will. And I don't hope I'm not saying too much out of turn on that, but uh, Twitter took to an uprising after last week's show, and the head studio person, HSP Lemuel L. Braxton, has been fired on account of Twitter. And what happened was it was basically one of those uprisings that's full of rage that comes on the Twitters. And it happened several years ago in Arabia, where they had the Egypt Spring, and everybody rose up on the Twitters and overthrowed the government, and then also Muammar Gaddafi. And so we kind of, I think, had a borough uprising, and then he's out of there. So uh, I hope it all works out good for him. But uh, so you're just thinking and watching the Twitters here, and sometimes not the Twitters, but the YouTube's videos that are very popular today. If you don't know about them, they call them the virus videos. You ever see one of those? The virus videos, boy, there's those are something. I've been watching some of those, and they have, well, if you don't know what it is, it's a virus that's in the video, and then people watch it and they get hooked. They can't stop watching it, and then it spreads from person to person. It gets bigger and bigger as the virus video goes from everyone to everyone, and then everyone looks at it and they get sick, and it, so I've been watching those. Hey, Fluffy. That's get out. Get outie. Fluffy heard virus video. Fluffy likes to watch virus videos. Don't get out of here. You don't watch virus videos. You get in trouble. Get in your cage. Fluffy came out. You go back in there and get in your cage, you. She comes out and watches virus videos or anything on the YouTube. She likes that, but she's got to go back in her cage now. So here's one right now that I was about to start watching before the show. It says this is I don't know if it's on YouTube's or what it's on, but it says it's on Tweeters and mobiletweeters.com. But it says this monkey is reacting to a magic trick is amazing. And so we'll look at that and see what it does if we get the YouTubes to go. It well, well, how do you make the monkey go? It's a man with a. So okay, so here it goes. Is a man? He's got a card there in his hand, and he says, "Make boop," and makes it disappear. And the monkey says, "Whoa!" God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then I'll bite your hand off. I'll bite you and bite your face off because you're such a good magician. See, that's your viral videos there. I like that a lot. And then, people, they'll go on, and if you watch it, then they'll go on and make comments below it and everything, and say, here's some of the comments. That monkeys are cool. Cats also flip out when expectations are violated. And his other ones say, easily one of the best video clips on the internet. How about that? I want to save this, says 69B2 quadruple 00110. I don't know why you would ever have a name like that, but anyway. And then this one says life changing, LOL. And then here's one. He'd probably kill someone for calling him a monkey. Oh my goodness. Well, let me get in the show. Hello?
I'm Dandy Dan, help of entertainment legal proceeding.
Well, hi, Dan, but we're doing a show right now, and I hope.
Help of entertainment
But if you could call back later.
and legal proceeding. Frustrated, tired, confused, looking over. Help is on its way. Wrongdoing, exuberant, 3-card money. Why not experiment with foul play, motor mouth, kidnapping, and so forth? Help is here and on the way. Why not get an arsenal of provisional legal advice? $59.95 is the first hour, and then you gotta go to $22.45, and if you're gonna get 4, and then you get the whole day. It's at $17. Here's Tuna Bill, the Big Fish Entertainment attorney. Tuna Bill, the Big Fish Entertainment attorney, trademark. Hello, Mr. Hustin.
Hello?
Can I call you that, Mr. Hustin? Well, I've been going over your case, and it seems like you have significant grounds for actions here. There's a long list. Ombudsman, I can never really pronounce that. Failure to imply, Rocky Road, breach of misdemeanor, false enslavement. The list really does go on and on. Third Saturday, reverse momentum, escalation, suggestive typhoid, dances with wolves, hereditary disengagement, Papua New Guinea, mother's felt, and negative rights diaphragm. And that's just scratching around a bit. What I want to do is have you over to the office, or perhaps we could go over to the milliner's daughter for a cup of joe, discuss the situation, and get your show back on track. I'm a fan. And I'm also Tuna Bill, the Big Fish Entertainment attorney, trademark.
Well, I guess that sounds okay. We could go and get a coffee or something.
Okay. We'll see you there.
Okay. Well, everything is looking up, I guess, with the Big Fishes calling in. And I'll listen to what's that sound. We've got music back, so that's a good thing. And well, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to America. Goodbye for not forever, but just for now. And we will see you the next time, if there is a next time, on the Justin Hustin program.